Israel's government on Wednesday approved a ceasefire agreement with the Hamas militant group that would temporarily end a devastating war that has raged for more than 6 weeks. Hamas will release dozens of hostages held in the Gaza Strip in exchange for Palestinians in Israeli prisons. Under the agreement, Hamas will release 50 of about 240 hostages it is holding in the Gaza Strip over 4 days, the Israeli government said on Wednesday. It said it would extend the pause 1 more day for every 10 hostages released. The government has said the first hostages to be freed will be women and children. Ahead of Wednesday morning's vote, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel would resume its offensive against Hamas once the ceasefire expires. It was not immediately clear when the truce would take effect. Netanyahu convened his cabinet for the vote on Tuesday evening. The meeting continued into the early hours of Wednesday, underscoring the sensitivity of a proposal that would suspend Israel's offensive against Hamas before it has achieved its objectives. Before the vote, Netanyahu tried to assure government ministers that the rupture was only tactical and promised to resume the offensive once the truce expired. Senior security officials also attended the meeting. "We are at war and we will continue the war," Netanyahu said. "We will continue until we achieve all our goals." Israel has vowed to continue the war until it destroys Hamas military capabilities and returns all hostages. Netanyahu said intelligence efforts would continue during the pause, allowing the army to prepare for the next stages of the battle. He said the battle will continue until Gaza is no longer a threat to Israel. The announcement came as Israeli troops battled Palestinian militants in an urban refugee camp in northern Gaza and around hospitals filled with patients and their families. The deal does not mean the end of the war, which erupted on October 7th after Hamas militants stormed across the border into southern Israel and killed at least 1,200 people, most of them civilians, and kidnapped 240 others about. In weeks of Israeli airstrikes and ground invasions, more than 11,000 Palestinians have been killed, 2/3 of them women and children, and more than 2,700 others are missing and believed to be buried under rubble, according to Israel's health ministry. The ministry says it has been unable to update its tally since November 11 due to the collapse of the health sector. Gaza health officials say the toll has risen sharply since then and hospitals continue to report deaths from daily attacks, often dozens at a time. Israel, the United States and Qatar, which mediates with Hamas, had been negotiating for weeks the release of the hostages, which would be accompanied by a temporary ceasefire and the entry of more aid. In Washington, President Joe Biden said Tuesday he was very close to reaching an agreement on the release of some hostages. Qatari Foreign Ministry spokesman Majid Al-Ansari expressed optimism, telling reporters that, "We are closer than ever to reaching an agreement." Izzat Rishk, a senior Hamas official, said Tuesday that an agreement could be reached in the next few hours.
For more news like this across the globe, please subscribe to our channel, like and share this video. Thank you.